Welcome into the Chiefs Report. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Today's show is presented by Aura, an all-inclusive online security provider, and we've got a deal for you guys. We'll talk about some of the benefits as well later on. Go to aura.com/chatsports for a 14-day free trial. We'll tell you more about them later on in the show. On today's show, we're going to get you guys caught up on the latest Chiefs news and rumors. Also, we have some shout-outs to hand out toward the end of the show. We had some big-time commenters on a video last week. A lot of you guys stood up to the challenge for 53 or more comments, so stay tuned for that as well. Let's get to some news around the league. Darrel Williams, former Chiefs running back, has found a home, and it's a new home. He will not be returning to Kansas City as the Arizona Cardinals have signed him to a deal. Quite frankly, I'm actually pretty surprised that Darrel Williams is just now finding a home in NFL free agency. We're well into free agency. 2 months have gone by. The NFL draft has gone by. And Darrel Williams, who had over 1,000 all-purpose yards last year, is just now landed on his feet. Now, you know, the tea leaves were pointing to him not returning after the Chiefs signed Ronald Jones, but had a good year last year. Never going to fool anybody as a guy that's going to be a 4.5 yards per carry guy, but over 540 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns as well. I think the receiving part of his game is where he really made major strides last year and impressed me, and I think probably impressed Arizona as well with over 400 yards and a couple of touchdowns. I like Darrel Williams. I thought he brought a lot to the table, and quite frankly, I'm not going to say I'm like super upset, but I would have liked to see Darrel Williams return to Kansas City. I think for most of last season, he was this team's best running back. Should the Chiefs have kept D-Dub? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Do you think they should have kept Darrel Williams? I want to hear from you guys down in the comments section. Now you look at where this running back room sits right now. Clyde Edwards-Helaire entering year 3. Obviously, it's a big year for him. He's battled injuries and inconsistent play. Ronald Jones, I think, is a nice addition. Derek Gore flashed at times, but, you know, he still has a lot to prove. Isaiah Pacheco is in the mix as a 7th-round pick as well. I mean, I could still see the Chiefs adding another running back unless you just think Derek Gore can be that guy. Maybe he can, but, Darrel Williams is still out there. Now he's not. But Jerick McKinnon still is available. He is still on the open market as he has also not found a new home yet. And while we talked about Darrel Williams at times being the best running back on this team in the regular season, Jerick McKinnon was this team's best running back in the playoffs. He went to Patrick Mahomes' bachelor party, for crying out loud, so they're clearly buddies. Why not bring him back to be that RB2, RB3, a guy who can catch the ball out of the backfield at least? I would definitely like to see that because I thought he showed some really good things for the Chiefs last year. But Darrel Williams to Arizona, we'll see if the Chiefs address the running back position. Okay, guys, I am disappointed to inform you that Philadelphia Eagles Now, our Eagles YouTube channel here at Chat Sports, closing in on the Chiefs Report. I think several months ago we had about a 1,500, 2,000 sub lead, and now it's down to, some quick math, about 600, 640 subscribers there, 630 to be exact. I don't know. It's a little too close for comfort. Make it a competition. Let's stretch that lead against Philadelphia Eagles Now. Hit that sub button. It's free. More Chiefs news and rumors on a daily basis here on the channel. So subscribe if you are a part of Chiefs Kingdom. Okay, let's talk Mecole Hardman here as he opened up recently about Tyreek Hill exiting and about what this season presents for him entering year 4, which of course is the final year of his rookie deal. And let's be honest, he has an opportunity to step up with Tyreek Hill gone. I think it's a make or break year for Hardman with the Chiefs. If he doesn't take a step forward, we're probably saying goodbye to Mecole Hardman this offseason realistically. I mean, he'll probably be playing for a different team next year. I think he's got all the opportunity in the world to prove that he deserves a second contract with this team, but there's going to be a lot of competition at wide receiver. There's no doubt about it. Here's what Hardman had to say recently with Tyreek Hill exiting. Quote, "The opportunity is bigger. It's up to the coaches, the coaching staff to really see where they want to use me this year. It's up to me to be prepared for that. A once-in-a-generation type of player has left the team, so somebody's got to step up and fill a role. I just want to be better than I was last year, get better as an overall receiver, kind of establish my name a little bit more, catching the ball, running routes, yards after the catch, everything I'm trying to improve on." Now, I agree with most of what he said. But the part of it's up to the coaches where they want to use me, yeah, there's some truth to that. But it's up to Hardman to show them, hey, I deserve a bigger role. I can be a bigger part of this offense. I think there's been times through his first 3 NFL seasons that they simply haven't fully trusted him. It is up to him to show them he can be trusted and a worthwhile piece on this offense, and most importantly for him to get a second contract. We'll talk more about Mecole Hardman here in just a little bit, but I want to tell you guys more about our presenting sponsor today. That is Aura, like we mentioned off the top, an all-in-one digital safety and online security provider. And guys, let's be honest, online hacking has never been more prevalent. Actually, 37 billion records got hacked last year alone. Online passwords, bank accounts, financial fraud, whatever it is. So Aura is going to help you avoid all of that. Financial fraud protection. I do all my banking online these days. I haven't when I get my bank statement in the mail, straight in the trash. I need to actually go completely paperless there. I thought I did, but I still get them. I don't do any of that stuff. Identity theft protection. You got to be protected online. People want to hack your identity. They're doing it every day. Believe me. Online and device security, your passwords, your social media login information, all that stuff. I actually had my first Twitter hacked early on in college, and I just lost it. They changed the password, couldn't get it back, tried to work with Twitter, it didn't work. And, luckily back then I only had about 120 followers, but now I'm over 3,000, almost 4,000. I got a lot more to lose if my Twitter gets hacked. I don't want to be that guy. They also offer family plans to protect up to 5 people in your family. I got started with Aura recently. They've been fantastic. They'll send you security alerts if necessary as well. We got an awesome deal for you guys. 14-day free trial. It's all inclusive. It protects all that stuff. It monitors on all the online phishing and scamming and all of that. It is fantastic. Check the comments, check the description, aura.com/chatsports. 14-day free trial. Free trial. It's a hell of an opportunity to check it out. If you don't like it, no big deal. But 14 days for free, come on. That's a great opportunity. Aura.com/chatsports. And trust me, you're going to like what they have to offer. All right, let's get back to Hardman and this whole wide receiver conversation without Tyreek Hill. So you may not be as top-heavy, but I actually think the depth at receiver is deeper than it's been in a little bit. You've got Juju, Hardman, Sky Moore, obviously a second-round pick there, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who this team invested in. And I just want to mention, too, wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of positionless basketball for the Chiefs at receiver right now. These guys are going to have to earn it. Josh Gordon's in the mix, Justin Ross, Cornell Powell, Darius Fontaine. There's going to be a lot of competition. Chiefs have options. So a guy like Mecole Hardman entering year 4, he's right. The opportunity is there. It's up to him to deliver, though, and to prove that he is worthy of that opportunity. Let's be honest. He's been pretty inconsistent through 3 seasons. He's done some good things. He's got big-time flash as a player, but the route running has been inconsistent. He's dropped key passes at times. Him and Mahomes haven't always been on the same page. He has to take the next step here in 2022. He's talking about it. Now he has to be about it. So we'll see if that is able to happen. Getting into OTAs today, which we're going to talk about, this stuff all matters. You got to have a big offseason if you're Mecole Hardman. Will Hardman have his best year yet? Type B for best, type W for won't, saying, he's not going to take that step. He kind of just is who he is. Let me know what you guys, B for best or W for won't. All right, we mentioned Chiefs OTAs, the first of 9 organized team activities. Yeah, that's the acronym there. Practices start today. I do want to mention before we get to a few storylines that I'm keeping an eye on. Remember, these are voluntary, okay? If Chris Jones doesn't show up, sure, I want him there. It's not the end of the world. Now, if rookies are skipping, okay, that's a different deal. You need to be out there if you're a young player. But these are voluntary. It's May. It's not the end of the world. Mandatory Minicamp gets going next month. It also doesn't mean that they aren't important. This is not just, a jog in the park for these football teams. If you're the Chiefs, you've got life without Tyreek Hill. These are some real storylines to monitor here. If you are Kansas City, this is not an opportunity to loaf. This is an opportunity to take advantage of these 9 practices. What does the offense look like without Tyreek Hill? How does the play calling and different offensive schematic installations things look like? Because things will look different at times. Wide receiver competition, which we just talked about. Who's going to emerge? Who's going to fall? These things start now. Training camp's going to be more important. Mandatory minicamp's going to be more important. But these practices matter. Defensive line questions. We've talked about the edge position a lot. Maybe there's a diamond in the rough that steps up during some of these practices. Opportunity for some young guys, some undrafted free agents, stuff like that. And, of course, rookies. I think for OTAs, rookies could be the most important. Learn the playbook. Be the first in the building, last one to leave. develop good habits. That's an opportunity for these guys to get into the building and do all the right things. So things I'm keeping an eye on over the next couple of weeks before mandatory minicamp gets here in mid-June. Now, name a player you're keeping an eye on during OTAs. Like, I don't think Patrick Mahomes would be a good example of this. We kind of know what he brings to the table, but maybe there's a rookie. Maybe there's a undrafted guy or a young free agent they brought in here. Maybe a guy like Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Does he come in and flash and show some good signs? I want to know from you guys, name a player that you're keeping an eye on during OTAs. All right, we told you at the beginning of the show that we are going to hand out some shout-outs because on a video, I believe last Friday, I challenged you guys because on one of our other channels, we had one person comment 53 separate times, and it was a smaller channel than the Chiefs Report. So I said, okay, I bet some of Chiefs Kingdom could step up to that challenge. And you guys did. We had 11 people comment 54 times or more on that video. So shout out to the following folks. Rai, you led the way with 156 comments. Fantastic work there. Sports Ball with 111. Chiefs Fan 213 with 105. King Ebro with 103. The Ringer with 84. Then Devin Nutter had 83. And then the following were over 53 as well. Chiefs Kingdom 710 with 69. Very nice number there. Lone Fox had 67. Caden Lounsbury with 63 comments. Matt and Sachs with 60. And then Lost Gladiator with 57 comments. I appreciate the love, the support. We also had somebody send in our first super thanks. We've told you about super thanks a couple of times. It's basically super chat on a non-live show. After the video's published, a couple icons down from the like button. You can click that heart and donate if you want to and leave a comment. And if you have any questions, we'll answer those on videos. KL368 simply sent in $5 and said, thanks for the updates. KL, I appreciate that. That is awesome. Feel free to ask a question next time. You send in a super thanks, and I will gladly answer it for you here on the Chiefs Report. So you guys are the best. The support's been outstanding. Let's keep up the momentum. Let's separate from Philadelphia Eagles now. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV to subscribe. We'll have more news, rumors, updates throughout the week. So we will see you guys then. Until then, go Chiefs.